qu'on allait prendre la route de l'aventure. Amen sur le président Ngoh. Un pauvre qui vote ou celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger? Amen sur le président Ngoh. À l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux. Vraiment. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. Wonderful. À la présidence, il y a un vieux. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux. Des vieux, des vieux. Des vieux qu'on a chemin de la Libye. Devenus des esclavos. Les gens prennent la route du désert pour accéder à des repos. À l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux. Ferdinand Ngoh. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. À la présidence, il y a un vieillard. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux, des vieux, des vieux.
Hi, good day to the beautiful people of the Cameroons, the beautiful people of La République du Cameroon, and the beautiful people of British Southern Cameroon. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a party political broadcast by myself, Maître Mola Alex Ndive Singer, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Ladies and gentlemen, today I've come to give you a message. Take this message today to a today. Pass everybody, Dutch, Ayolo, Dutch, all of them, and put this message today to Ngoh Ferdinand. Ladies and gentlemen, tell Mr. Ngoh Ferdinand that there is an English adage that says, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. I know they don't understand what it means, and I'm going to explain it on this party political broadcast today. Because when I see Mr. Ngoh calling these sheep, some of them they say they are traditional chiefs, some of them they are mayor, when they don't have the legitimacy to represent the people, all the ships. When I see Mr. Ngoh, you're mixing CPDM, which is a political party, and a government. If you cannot distinguish these things, Mr. Ngoh, that's why I say most of you are incompetent. You can never be mixing your CPD and chop people their money with a government. They are two different things. I even see most of you in the Cameroons. A minister is going out to visit the people, you put on CPDM uniform. Once as you are a ruling party, you remove that uniform. You are a minister for the entire Cameroons, not for your party. That party uniform ends in your party conference. That's where it ends. But that's not the topic for today. The topic for today is my message to Ngoh. No justice, no peace. The reason I'm doing this party political broadcast today is because when I see these citizens of the Cameroons, they go about, come, oh peace, oh peace, oh unity. What does peace mean? It's an English word. We have free dictionary in Google. You might have dictionary back home in the Cameroons. When you use the word peace and unity, do you check the meaning? Especially some of you say you are Anglophones and you go there and meet This Mr. Ngoh, do you know the meaning of peace? Do you know what is unity? Ladies and gentlemen, no justice, no peace. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start. What is justice? Justice is generally understood as the principle of fairness and moral rightness in how people are treated and how the law is applied. So I'm talking about justice first before we talk about, because most of you talk about peace. There can never be, there will never, anywhere in the world, there will never be peace without justice. So the core element here I'm talking about justice is what? Principle of fairness. Mr. Ferdinand Ngoh, is there fairness in the Cameroons? The principle of moral rightness. Mr. Ngoh, is there the principle of moral rightness in the Cameroon on how you treat people? Whether you're Betty, whether you're Bamileke, whether you're Bakwere, whether you're Banso, whether you're from Mayemen, whether you're from Gariwa or whatever, that principle of fairness, moral rightness, on how you treat people and how the law applies. Mr. Ngoh, some people will go and steal money. You put them in prison, you remove them that they have given back the money. Mr. Ferdinand Ngoh, some people would steal chicken. Put all their names that they have stolen chicken, that they're in prison. Come on, I will pay. Can you let them go? So the principle of fairness, Mr. Ngoh, the way you people are treating the people of the Cameroons, African, is worse than the way the colonialists were doing it. Mr. Ngoh, can you and myself, Africans, can we sit and talk like friends in my life? The way you behave, you treat people as if they are a fly upon a pile of shit. Today, if I want to see the Prime Minister of Britain, I can see the Prime Minister, me. He's there working for us. The way you people treat people, Mr. Ngoh, instead of calling people to come and see you, why don't you go to Bamenda, go to Oshe, go to Ngembo, go to Alabukang, Alamatu? Why can't you go there and meet the people? That's what the Prime Minister, that's what Donald Trump, that's what democratic elected leaders, that's what they do. Why can't you go? Why can't you go to Cambe? Womb, why can't you go and meet the people there if you want to talk to the people? You sit in a comfortable palace and people come there, you're greeting them. Mr. Ngoh, a black man, African, treating another African like that. So I've told you, Mr. Ngoh, think, is there justice in the Cameroon? Is there fairness, moral rightness, and how the law is applied on everyone? Is there? Let's start when they say no justice, no peace. It simply means if there is no fairness, there will never be peace. Peace is not about mouth. If there is no moral rightness, there will never be peace, Mr. Ngoh, in that country. Even in the United Kingdom, if there is no fairness, there will be no peace. In America, if there is no fairness, there will be no peace. I'm not just talking all about the Cameroons. Take note. Having known what is justice, what is injustice? Injustice is a system that fails to provide fair treatment, justice, resulting in discrimination and inequality. So it's the opposite. The opposite of justice is the opposite of injustice. So if you cannot provide fairness to people, it results to discrimination. Ladies and gentlemen, like me as a leader of British Cameroon National Party, I believe the people of British Southern Cameroon, they are being discriminated upon. There is inequality. But I understand if I talk, Mr. Chiruma will say, oh, they're too from Marwa, they have injustice, they discriminate, but that's not what I'm talking about. You people from La République du Cameroon, you have something that we don't have. So we have to attain that level before we start talking about the type of discrimination that people like Chiroma will talk about. We, as the people of British Southern Cameroon, we are facing institutional discrimination. Most of you in La République du Cameroun, you are using your French institution. We from British Southern Cameroon, we are not. Those are the first point of call, the discrimination we are talking about. You people have your ENAM. How do they call it? Is it what they call normal? They call the word magistrature or the administrator, blah, blah, blah. That's your administrative and magistrative school. That's it. It's a French thing that was created in France in 1945. We of British Cameroons, we have our own. We have elected governor. We don't have ENAM. That's the discrimination we are talking about. We have not reached. We are not talking about roads. We'll come to that one. That's another form of discrimination. All the people of La République du Cameroun, they have unfair treatment. I mean, they have a certain treatment, advantage that we of British Southern Cameroon, we don't have. That's what we are talking about now. It's not about road or hospital. One, they have their institution that France gave them. ENAM, I said, which was created in France in 1945. We of British Southern Cameroon, our own is to have elected governor, elected official, politicians. They do the job of DO, SDO, and unelected governors. You people have administrators that they are doing the job of politicians. So we of British Southern Cameroon, we want our own institution where we elect our governors. We don't want your DO. That's the first point. No justice, no peace. You guys of La République du Cameroun, you have your money called France CFA. That money was created in France, not in the Cameroons. In 1945. We were using our own different money from you guys. So we too want to use our own money. We don't want French money in British Southern Cameroon. Scotland is using their own pounds. England is using their own pound. They are in the same country. We don't want your money. Those are the discrimination that we are talking about. You have your gendarmeries that they go about harassing people in the roads of the Cameroons. These people, they use arms. We have our police. We don't have gendarme. You don't hear in all the English-speaking countries, Nigeria, Ghana, Zambia, all of us, we don't have we gendarmes. You people, the gendarme was created or founded in France in 1791. French institution. It was not created in Cameroon. You're forcing it on us, the people of British Southern Cameroon. We have our police. We don't want your gendarme. Scotland have got their own police. It has got nothing to do with police in London. The police in Manchester have got nothing to do with police in London. The police in Liverpool have got nothing to do with police here. Police are for the community. You cannot go and take somebody from Betwa to come and be police in Boya. No. Police people are people who have relationship with the community. So police come local people. That's how you police the society. But to you, La République du Cameroun, police is there to brutalize the people. Why should somebody leave Ngandere to come and be police in Bamenda? What for? Police relationship and the people are local people. If you have police in Bamenda, maybe there are people who grew up there, local people. We know each other because we are there. The people, the citizens, civilians, and the police, they work hand in glove to bring peace. But you people are sending police to brutalize people, to collect bribe on road, to rape young girls. We see people, video, I'm not lying. Mr. Ngoh. No justice, no peace. You people have what again? Your military tribunal. Military tribunal was founded in France during the French Revolution. The aim was to try political opponents. People who commit alleged crime in British Southern Cameroon, you will take them to La République capital, Yaoundé, and try them on a military tribunal. Minister Ngoh of La République du Cameroon. We don't try civilians in military tribunal. That's the injustice. No justice, no peace. The military tribunal was created or founded during the French Revolution in 1793 in order to try political prisoners, opponent. That was it. We are still using something that was created in France in 1793. We are still using it in the Cameroons. Minister Ngoh Ferdinand, this message must reach you. No justice, no peace. You guys are forcing ENS, École Normale Supérieure, something that was created in France in 1794. That's your institution. In British Southern Cameroon, we don't have things like École Normale Supérieure. When we want teachers, geography, physics, we advertise the job. They come from interview, we choose the best candidate. École Normale was created in France in 1794 in order to make people to be thinking like robots. You see the way they think in Cameroon, Ferdinand. You see, now everybody think the same. You want to say something, there's no opposition in the Cameroons. What I mean, it's non-functional. So that's why they created ENS. In France, you people have your Napoleonic Code. They are still using some of it in France today. That was created in 1800 by Napoleon Bonaparte. You people call it, how do you call it? Is it civil penal code or what do you people call it? That's Napoleonic Code. That's 1800. You're forcing it on us. So when I talk about injustice, when I say no justice, no peace, we are talking the discrimination. It's not about hospital first or road or other thing. That's another discrimination that other people in La République are facing and some in British Southern Cameroon. So the first thing to solve, we must make sure that the country, British Cameroon, is recognized, equal status. You people are using your name La République du Cameroon of 1960. We too want to use our name too of 1960. Whether it's British Southern Cameroon. We want to be recognized in that geographical space that two countries came together. I see some people say the problem in the Cameroons is about constitution, if they change constitution. No, no, no. It's not about constitution. Constitution is about rules. If you watch a video that I made yesterday, it's there on my YouTube. You can go and watch it. A constitution can never be an act of union. You can always change a constitution. It's just like if you have a marriage certificate, what the day you sign everything on that marriage certificate, you cannot change anything there. Even if you die, it will remain the same. Whether it's 101 million is marriage certificate. So a constitution is different from act of union. You can watch my other video there that I put on my YouTube there, you understand. Because I see people, they come to the Cameroons, they mislead people about a constitution or reform or revising a constitution or form of state. From time immemorial, SDF have been saying to solve the Anglophone problem is federalism. Federalism is transfer of power. It doesn't solve the Anglophone problem. From time immemorial, Bello Buba, Chiruma, I see recently Bello Buba, they are saying that federalism will solve the problem. I see people who come and talk on the TV in the Cameroons, they say federalism. No, federalism cannot solve the Anglophone problem if we don't have equal status. We must acknowledge that two countries came together with different institutions. Problem number one is solved. Then we can go now and talk about transfer of power, whether it's federalism. Because we can still have centralization and have equal status. So it's not the form of a state. Scotland and England used to be under one parliament, equal status, under centralization. Now Scotland have gone back, they have their parliament back, different from England. Then they have a general parliament, Westminster. So ladies and gentlemen, we should learn. When we come and talk, I know in the Cameroons, people just talk, they are not experts. When I talk about constitution, I'm a constitutional law expert. It is my field. I know what I'm saying. So people just come and talk federalism. Oh, people think that federalism means you control resources. No, that's not necessary. It's not about resources. There are countries that they don't even have resources, but they have federalism. So federalism is transfer of power. I might have children. I share things. Okay, you do this, you do this, you do this. That's how federalism and decentralization is. Rather than me, their father, doing everything on my own. So that's it. But again, the children that are in the Cameroons, La République and British Cameroon, we want the identity, two different entities that came together. So you are La République, we are British Southern Cameroon. That is the first step. When you just, if somebody announced today in the Cameroons, Mr. Ferdinand Ngoh, we recognize that we are La République du Cameroon today, and these people are British Southern Cameroon. It means you have solved the Anglophone problem. The problem now we have now next is what? The form of a state. Federalism, confederation, that's different. Or independence, that's different. So people should stop misleading people in the Cameroons. When we talk about no justice, no peace, the core message of no justice, no peace is that society have failed to deliver justice to, particularly in a marginalized group. We, the people of British Southern Cameroon, we are marginalized. I talk about that institution. I'm not talking hospital road, because they are marginalizing us institutionally. We are not using our own institution, our legal system. They are forcing ENAM, gendarme, military tribunal on us. Those are the type of marginalization I'm talking about first. Let's take this. Because if you marginalize a group, what will happen? It is inevitable that there will be what? Social unrest and conflict. Even in your house, if you have 3 or 5 children in your house, you give some food, you go to the kitchen, you hide, you give 2 food, the other one they see. What will happen? Social unrest, there will be conflict. So the same too in a country. The same too in a country. When you favor one side, I see in the Cameroon, I have your constitution here. The constitution of the Cameroon says that the resources of the country, in its preamble, Article 65, the resources of the country shall be distributed to every individual citizen. They did not say Northwest. They did not say South. Individual citizen. Do they do that? No. In the Cameroons, there is no fair formula on how to distribute the wealth of the country. And British Cameroon National Party is announcing on this party political broadcast that will follow what the British people call the Barnett formula. It is a way how to distribute resources in the United Kingdom. It's an independent commission that sat and decided that they should distribute wealth in this particular way in Scotland, Northern Ireland, England, and Wales, in all the 4 countries. There is no formula on how to distribute wealth. It is Mr. Bia who sits in it today and decide the electricity will go there and this. So for over 60 years, these people, they don't have something we call in England called Barnett formula, how to distribute the resources. They mention it in the constitution, but there is no formula. And we, British Cameroon National Party, we are going to do that. So ladies and gentlemen, no justice, no peace. We need, if you want peace in a country, you need people to have equal rights. What is equal right? In a layman's term, equal rights, every individual, regardless of their background or characteristic, should have the same legal, social, and political rights and the same opportunity. That's equality. In England, we have something they call Equality Act 2010. When we have equal rights, this includes the protection from not to discriminate based on age, disability, gender, race, religion, sexual orientation. You have to make sure there's that equality. But the gap between this inequality in the Cameroon is too much. So Mr. Ngoh, sometimes, I don't know, when you want to follow my video, look for somebody to explain it to you, because sometimes you people will say, Maître Mola Alex Divelisinger is calling for people to unrest. No, that's not what I'm talking. I am saying, if somebody have not eaten is hungry, if you don't give that person food, you will not be in peace. So in the Cameroons, there is injustice. The system doesn't provide equal treatment for everybody. If you don't solve that problem, you can talk about peace, unity, nothing will happen. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody should have electricity in the Cameroons. Everybody should have good hospital in the Cameroons. Everybody should have pipe-borne water in the Cameroons. Everybody should be able to have equal opportunity on jobs in the Cameroons. Not man, no man, not nepotism. So if you cannot solve that problem, Minister Ngoh, there is what we call no justice, no peace. It means you cannot solve one. You cannot bring peace if there is injustice. That's what no justice, no peace means. But if there is injustice, you solve that problem. You don't need to go around saying that we pray for peace. They don't pray for peace. When you solve the problem, peace will come naturally. So that's what I'm talking about. So ladies and gentlemen, let this party political broadcast meet Mr. Ngoh in a 2D. Tell him, Maître Mola Alex Divelisinger, the leader of British Cameroon National Party, the leader that have triggered Article 65 of the Constitution of La République du Cameroon, the right to self-determination. We want equal status. And I will lead the people of British Southern Cameroon out of this misery. La République du Cameroon have decided to remain with France. You have asked France to control your economy, to determine your monetary policy, interest rate, inflation, devaluation. We of British Cameroon National Party, we say no. We did not surrender our sovereignty to Britain. La République du Cameroon under Amadou Ahidjo surrender their independence and sovereignty to France in 1959. So we are going. We want to be independent from France. We want to be independent from La République du Cameroon. So, ladies and gentlemen, no justice, no peace. This has been a party political broadcast by myself, your humble servant, Maître Mola Alex Divelisinger, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.
Un pauvre qui vole, ou celui qui a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger? Ah, mais c'est le président. À l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux. Vraiment. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. Wonderful. À la présidence, il y a un vieux. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux. Des vieux, des vieux. That's